Andrew here, and let's talk storytelling again. I spoke of my adventure, my wife's and my adventure to go teach English in China, and how I built up a small group of people who just loved, I don't know if loved, enjoyed hearing my stories. They were English teachers, native Chinese who had learned to speak in an academic setting. And so for them, it was also language practice. We used to have something on, I believe it was Wednesday nights, called Language Corner. And anybody from the town, anybody from the university who wanted to practice speaking English was welcome to come and chat with the few of us, those teachers, who were native-born English speakers, to get practice with their English. Well, this kind of turned into my very own personal English corner. The teachers came by and we chatted, and they told me a little bit about their lives, and I told them a little bit about my life, and it was very pleasant, very relaxing, which was very helpful because the place where we were living, Putian, China, or Putian in the province of Fujian, is famous or infamous for its drivers. And the thing about the drivers in Putian is they can't not honk the horn. Whether they're on a motorcycle, whether they're in a car, whether they're the bus driver, it doesn't matter. There's a button for the horn and they've got to press it. They've got to beep that damned horn. There was a sign in front of the hospital, right across the street from the university. Hospital, right there. A no horn honking sign. I swear they honked the horn to let people know they were in the no honking zone. If they were approaching you from behind, they honked the horn. They honked the horn when they were beside you. They honked the horn to let you know they were going past. There were car taxis in this town, but there were motorcycle taxis, and they cost half or a quarter as much. So if you were willing to take your life into your hands, you could for 12 cents? one renminbi, one kwai, 1/8 of a dollar, 12 cents, you could hop on a motorcycle taxi and get a ride into town. Now, they wanted to get their customers, so how did they get their customers? They beeped the horn to let you know that they were coming. Now, none of them knew how to drive, and they'd all blown out their O-rings, so there was noxious blue smoke coming out, and the mufflers were all wrecked, so you could hear them coming miles away, but they had to honk that horn to let you know they were coming by. One time we took a holiday, and it was a train trip. And so we had to take the bus into Fuzhou to get on the train. And we were on our way back, and it didn't dawn on me that it was pleasantly quiet until all of a sudden the bus driver was honking at everything. And I realized we're back. And so after that, anytime we took a ride somewhere, I listened. And all of a sudden, the horns would stop if you were leaving Putian. And all of a sudden, the horns would start again when you returned. And everybody did it. And it was just the way you drove in Putian. I hope it's changed, because goddamn, it was fucking obnoxious. I heard people tell me, oh, Bali drivers honk the horn so much, it's terrible. I've been to Bali. It's nothing compared to the drivers in Putian. Now, what is that long song and dance about? I have two problems. One is a sensitivity to loud noises, horn honking, and I have misophonia. Certain pitches of sound make me violently angry. And the problem is that repetition doesn't reduce it, it makes it worse. So a sound that didn't used to bother me can develop into one of my sound rage problems. Guess what motorcycle honking turned into? I was ready to start clotheslining these guys off their motorcycles as they drove past me. I can see you. You're 10 feet from me, 2 feet out in the road. You don't need to honk the horn to let me know. We're making eye contact. I did not ever actually do this, but man, it was tough. It was so bad, I had earplugs for going off campus. They were so used that sponge had been crushed, and it didn't work that well anymore. So anywhere I could find a respite from the noise, I did. The campus was up a hill behind a wall with trees in front, which cut some of the noise. And the English teaching building was in the middle. So there was also a ring of buildings in front. So the noise didn't get all the way. And as it happened, the English teachers' lounge, sort of, not exactly lounge, but anyway, the English teachers' room was on the campus side of the building, not the road side of the building. So I could go in there and heat up some extra water for my tea, and it would be blessedly peaceful and quiet. And that was why I would go there. And then I got to having these wonderful conversations with the other teachers, but the native-born Chinese teachers. And it was a very pleasant relaxation, decompression type of time. I don't really know why I got to, I do know why I got to thinking about that. Subject of a different video. I got to thinking about that in terms of storytelling, and because everybody has a story and somebody to listen to it, so an audience for it. And there I had this little audience, and it was wonderful for my peace of mind, for my mental health, for living well. And a very pleasant interlude in between wrangling university students and trying to teach them how to speak English. Thank you very much for watching. That was my time. Now is your time. And in the meantime, take care of yourself, and you'll see me soon.